Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I am Dr. Balaji, Professor in Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Comrade College of Engineering Technologies. Today we are going to discuss about the topic of the robotic process automations with the advancement of the technologies. So there will be the different architectures in RBA sectors we are using. You know thorough about the why we are using the RBA. Normally the RBA it's a process which is connected with the redundancy of the data has to be avoided by using the RBA technologies. That's what we are using the RBA. In this the advanced RBA architectures we need to concentrate the next level of the securing process, because the most of the industry 5.0 they are expecting the automation process with the secured data process. That's what we are connected technologies for advanced RBA architectures. There will be a 3-layered architectures for our using the advanced level. The first one is presentation layer, the second one is process layer, third one is integration layer. Normally the presentation layer which is directly to observe the data, what kind of applications we need to connect, and second one is process layer, what level of the business logics we need to involve, and the third one is the connect to database application process. That's what we are using, the presentation, process layer and the integration layer. In core components of advanced RBA, that will be a pod runner, orchestrators and analytics. So there will be a pod runner which will be used for execute the task, orchestrator used for to control, schedule and monitor the process, and analytics for gather the performance data for inside the segmentation or collection of the process. So that's what we are using advanced RBA architecture. So normally the advanced architecture called as the cognitive the RBA, that is called as the intelligent automation. So you know very well the automation is normally to connect with the everything is automated, and what kind of intelligent automations we need to involve. There will be a cognitive RBA, that is called as cognitive robotic process automation, is the advanced form of robotic process automation system to combine the traditional automation with the artificial intelligence system. We are using the complex and unstructured task to connect with the human decision making process. That's what we are using, the cognitive RBA systems we are using. For example, the pods classifying incoming support or tickets. Say example, you know very well the ticket collections or red bus or everything. They are directly to connect the classification of the incoming and what level of we need to concentrate. And second one is the pod extracting the text from scanned forms using the OCR, that is what we are using, and NLP pods handling the customer queries, what level of customer queries we need to exaggerate, and finally fine tune with what is your grievances, what kind of problem has to be solved. So everything's by using the NLP pods. So here I am just using for tools for UiPath AI Center and IQ pod and API. So these are the major tool for advanced architecture of the RBA. So this is the RBA. I just simply for mention for your reference, I just mentioned for abstracting process we need to concentrate RBA plus machine learning integration to develop the next level of intelligence of the artificial intelligence. Say example, why combine the RBA and ML. So normally you know very well about the ML, machine learning process, to integrate all type of the embedding process to machine to machine or machine to software or software to machine. That's what we are using ML process. So in these connections we are having so much of the threshold we are following. That one is the handle complex unstructured data, and the second one is make smart decisions, and the third one is learn and improve over time, fourth one is automate end-to-end process. In these connections we are using some use cases we are using for dynamic pricing, fraud detections, and then intelligent document classification. So these are the major process we are involving for RBA with the machine learning systems. In process mining in RBA, so you know thorough about the process mining. Normally the process is normally to connect with the workflow, and what kind of minings we are involved. We need to focusly to connect the somewhat process. Say example, in digital systems where we define, for example, the golden digital system, Wherever we connect the data has to be clustered in a one type of the mining. That's what we are using, the process mining cycle. Here I am using the different parameters I am using, the data collections, data preparation, process mining analysis, the process visualization, the bottleneck deductions, the performance metrics, automation opportunities, stakeholders validations, and continuous monitoring. So these are the major focus concentration of the data mining process. That's what the process mining to connect with the bottlenecks, automations candidates, and improve the accuracy of the implementation of RBA techniques. So this is what I am using for process in RBA technologies. So next one is the life cycle part. So wherever we define the any process, we need to initiate the life cycle of the process. The same things will be happen in our RBA life cycles, that is called as advanced RBA life cycles. There will be a different approaches in RBA advanced life cycle. The first one is the process discovery. So what kind of workflows you are involved and what kind of outputs we are expecting, that is what the process and discovery. And the second one is design and modeling. What kind of designs and what level of the modeling you defined, everything's for using the design and modeling, and development and finding the testings by using the quality of metrics. That's what we are using, the development and testings. And fourth one is deployment of the process, and the fifth one is the monitoring optimization. What kind of monitorings you are involved and what level of work optimization we are gathering. So everything's we connected with somewhat the process by using the project development process. And this is the RBA security consideration. In advanced RBA security consideration, there will be a different major concerns we are concentrate. The first one is sensitive data handling. For example, financial data or educational data, students marks in data, in everything we are connected with the sensitive data handling, and then part misuse or manipulation process and compliance with the legal standards. So these are the major threats for wherever we define any data security process. So in this connection, the RBA security consideration, there will be a different approaches. One is the role based access control, that is called the RBAC, and the data encryption at rest in transit, and audit trails and activity logs, and secure credential value, for example CipherArk. So these are the major solutions to develop the RBA security consideration. So this is the scaling RBA across the enterprises. First one is standardized process before the scaling, and establish center of excellence, and choose the right tools and infrastructures, and prioritizing the high impact and cross function use cases, and enable the citizens developers. So these are the scaling for RBA cross for the enterprises segmentation. This is the control orchestration. So normally you think about the control orchestration is the main control of the system. So whatever we are reducing the data has to be clustered by using somewhat the control statements. Here the control orchestrations by using the RBA governance frameworks, using ensure the consistency of the process, managing risk, and then the supports and audibility of complaints. And then the frameworks components also defined, we need to concentrate. First one is defined roles, the part development standards, and third one is the change management process, and fourth one is access control and approval flows. In part organization, there will be a part organization is the managing schedule and monitoring multiple RBA tool. Here I just mentioned for what kind of part organizations is important. First one is reliable, the second one is centralized, and the third one is performance, and the fourth one is visibility. In RBA DevOps, so you know very well the DevOps part also in the classification in RBA process. Here the RBA DevOps for using enormous setup or configurations, what kind of configuration we are expecting, that is also to involve to connect with the DevOps process, and code deployment and release management, and test automation supports, and monitoring alerts, and CD pipelining enhancement, and change incidents management. So these are the major parameters to using the RBA DevOps process. This is the real-time analytics with the RBA. you know, think about it, what kind of expectation in previous RBA, normal RBA also executing the same type of the process. Why we are gathering concentrate for advanced level of the RBA? Because advanced level RBA with connected with some data extraction in real time application. And the second one is automated dashboard update. Third one is live monitoring business process. Fourth one is anomaly and trend detections. Fifth one is trigger based decision making, and sixth one is integration with BI tools, that is called as a Power BI or Tableau, and sixth one is the faster response and the operational changes. So this is the major concerns. We need to concentrate the key points for real time analytical process by using the RBA technologies. Normally the use cases for we are using the business process automations, finance and accounting, and healthcare, the government and public sectors, supply chain logistics and customer services, IT and infrastructure, sales and marketing process. So this is what we are using the use case and opportunities process by using the RBA segmentations. In future trends in RBA, so what kind of in futures and what emerging technologies involved for future RBA? So there will be a hyper automation is the process, and then intelligent automation, that is called as AI and RBA, and RBA-as-a-Services, and advanced analyticals and real-time monitoring, and citizens developers improvement, and scalable enterprises wide automations, and increased focus on governance and securities. And next one is integration with the emerging technology. So these are the major advancement to develop the RBA connections, especially for the next level of the industry revolution. That's what we are using the followed metrics. In top companies, so you know very well about the placement aspects. Most of the students got certifications. In what companies are expecting what level of RBA developers? In Accenture, they are expecting RBA developers, especially for Accenture, IBM, Walmart, JB Morgan Chase, and UiPath and Cognizant. The most of the companies that are expecting RBA developers, especially for the Cognizant development of most of the certification also they are expecting for the betterment of the industry progress. This is the top rate of certification process in RBA, that is called as RBA, that is called as UiPath Certified RBA Associates. It's the most important certifications for all the companies that are expecting from the developer side. And then UiPath Certified Advanced RBA Developer, that is called as UiARD, and Automation Anywhere Certified Advanced RBA Professionals, and Blue Prisms Developer Certification, UiPath Certified Solutions, and Architect. So these are the major certification of RBA systems. So this is what I just mentioned for your reference. My dear students and fellow of the listeners, you have to much more concentrate the certification part. Wherever we are industry expectation part, the most of the certification the companies are expecting, what level of workflow redundancy they are expecting. You have to much more concentrate the redundancy of work, you have to avoid it. Definitely all the companies are considered your CV, and finally you could place in good companies. Okay, wish you all the very best. Thank you so much. Thank you.